I just wanna be successful. I just wanna be successful. I just wanna be successful.
Welcome again to another edition of the Coach Godwin Show. I'm your host, Coach Godwin, the all-time leading scorer at the University of North Florida. Also author of that great new book everyone's talking about. Everyone hates a ball hog, but they all love a scorer. The complete guide to scoring points on and off the basketball court. All brought to you, of course, by JumpStartHoops.com. That's JumpStartHoops.com. Well, today we're going to get into a little Q&A. As promised, you can always email me, Coach Godwin at JumpStart33.com. Coach Godwin at JumpStart33.com. Here is your opportunity to, post some questions to me that I'll be able to get back to you on, and I'll just give you some insight in the game of basketball and what you should be doing. I have a great email here from Pete. Pete says, first of all, thanks for all the information in the podcast. They're great. Pete's question to me is he's interested in what type of conditioning work he should be doing to prepare for college. Also, he wants some advice what he should be doing in the weight room. Okay. Well, Pete, I got a lot of great stuff for you. First and foremost, conditioning is always a concern, especially when you're talking about getting to the next level and going to the college level. I can remember committing to the University of Buffalo, and right away in that letter, I was reading the schedule. Of course, we had North Carolina schedules. We had a trip to Hawaii. I was excited about that. But at the bottom it said, in order for you to start practice, you have to be able to run the mile in under 6 minutes. So I came in ready to run the mile, and the first time I actually got it in 6:01. So I was actually 1 or 2 seconds away from completing that mile. So I had to, of course, come back on Wednesdays, which is actually the off days in our conditioning schedule up there in Buffalo, and I'll be able to run in that cold weather, and I end up getting it on the second time. But definitely going outside and being ready for things like that. A lot of coaches in college basketball like to time you your mile and different type of sprints. So be ready to go in that respect. Inside, of course, you have to be ready because it's going to be brutal. I'm not going to lie to you. I remember University of North Florida when I transferred down there. We had the Orlando Magic that would always come down and do their preseason workouts there. And one of the things that my coach picked up from Orlando was something called 17s and 17 touches, which it's not from baseline to baseline, it's from sideline to sideline, and you're to touch each line, going back and forth 17 times in a minute, which of course was very hard. I mean, NBA guys were out there knocking it out, but even some of them had some problems with that. But that's something that you may want to keep in mind. Running the mile under 6 minutes, and also being able to do those 17 touches under a minute. If you're in good enough shape to do the 17s, maybe 2 of them or 3 of them, in a row, with 4 minutes rest in between, I think you're in pretty good shape and ready to go out there and compete. And, in terms of lifting, I would say, of course, you have to do your bench press and all your upper body stuff. But when you talk about the game of basketball, you want to make sure your legs are ready. In the college level, even in the high school level, and of course in the professional level, a lot of guys that, when your legs go, your shot goes. When you're fatigued, your mentality goes. So having strong legs is very, very important. I would say doing a lot of squats. One of the things that I found out by accident, of course, I was doing some squats, and I just, was doing some warm-up type of things, and I used lighter weight, and I squatted the same way I jump, which means I didn't go all the way down like the football players do. I kind of went halfway down, and I would do more reps, and I would actually squat the way I jump. And my junior year we did the vertical test, and I think I was at 36. So 36-inch vertical for a guy 6'3" isn't bad. Needless to say, I didn't have any problems dunking or anything like that. Also, lunges. I found it out my freshman year. I wanted to get quicker, especially in the half court. A lot of guys in college were fouling, trying to take advantage of the freshmen. But one of the things I learned that if you have a great first step, it's hard for anyone to stay in front of you. So what I used to do was a lot of lunges, So that's my recommendation, Conditioning, you got the 6-minute mile, you got the 17 touches. And lifting, you have your squats and you have your lunges. Of course, implementing your own upper body plan. But squats and lunges, and just to get you out there and get your body ready to endure during the year. And you should see a big difference in your game if you work on these things in the off season. So that's your show for today. A little Q&A from Pete. Pete, I hope I answered your question. Everyone else, log on to jumpstarthoops.com and give me your questions and comments. I want to hear from you. Coach Godwin at jumpstart33.com. That's Coach Godwin at jumpstart33.com. I look forward to hearing from you all, and maybe your question can be dealt with on the air. So continue to work hard out there. Continue studying. The podcast, jumpstarthoops.com, is growing. Book is selling very well. Go out and get that Fundamentals of Scoring DVD if you need different moves in your off-season program. And I'll get back to you next time. All right, Coach Godwin signing out.